Bagged Milk from Oilers Nation. How are you feeling today?
You know what? Feel fine. I mean, part of the interesting thing for me for last night's loss was watching the overreaction.
Yeah.
It was wild.
I noticed that too. I was like, are we back to people thinking they're a bad team now? They lost one game after 16
They lost
straight.
one game in February. They cleared the deck in April. And if you look in the comment section on both on OilersNation.com or in any of our social media, you'd think that the Oilers have never won a game before. It was honestly wild to watch some of the reactions.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked. I was just kind of looking at Twitter, and I was like, are people actually upset with the team right now? I mean, you got to give them some credit. It is a 16-game winning streak, the second longest one in history, tied with the Blue Jackets. But do you think there might be some sense of relief from the team too, that they can just move on, not think about the streak anymore, and just play some more hockey?
Probably. I mean, even if you look at the pregame interviews from yesterday, every player got asked about it, and their response was always the same. It's like, no, we're not really talking about it. We're not really thinking it. Yeah, it's cool, blah, blah, blah. But they were given those kind of answers.
Yeah.
So probably to a point, sure, I would imagine so, because everybody had a microphone in their face and was like, hey, streak's still going. It's a long time. Hey, you won all the games in January. You just come back from the All-Star break. What are you going to do now? Probably is a little bit of a relief, but
yeah,
man,
just to be so they're not asked about it.
Yeah, I watched that game last night and I was like, man, this was a really good game. It had playoff type vibes. Unfortunately, the Oilers came up on the wrong side of it. They hit a couple of posts. They missed a couple of clear chances, and Aiden Hill was fantastic.
Yeah.
But at the same point, it's not like the Oilers were bad. They weren't bad at all. They played really well, and they just didn't get the win that they wanted for win 17. It's fine. You know what? Winning or losing one game in February is not the end of the world.
Yeah, now they can just start a new streak, right? So
exactly.
I think there was more Oiler fans than there was Vegas fans at the game last night too.
There's two things that bothered me about the loss. Is one, I really wanted all the Oilers fans that were there to head off into the Vegas night on a high. I've been in Vegas, and you've won a game in that building, and then you disappear into the city to do whatever creepy shenanigans you want to get up to. And then two, the way Vegas fans celebrated that win so hard was probably the most annoying part of the loss, to be honest, is watching them act like they just won the Stanley Cup again.
Quite proud of themselves. Yeah, they were obviously hyped up for that one. So they'll start again Friday in Anaheim, right? Is that on the road?
They're on the road for a little bit here.
Yeah, so we'll do that. Hey, I wanted to ask you about Jesse Puljujarvi. Fan favorite, one of my favorites. It's nice to see him getting a shot in Pittsburgh, hey?
Yeah, I'm happy to cheer for the kid. I always wanted to cheer for him. I'm not one of those people that once they leave Edmonton, I want him to fail or anything like that. But, Grant, I think the most important thing, and I think you'll appreciate this specifically, was last night he played for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins fans were introduced, many of them for the first time, to him sticking his tongue up into his own brain. From my perspective, watching a lot of them discover that was a thing he does, that was probably the highlight of Jesse Puljujarvi's debut in Pittsburgh for me.
And probably a lot of them were going why doesn't his helmet fit?
Why doesn't his helmet fit?
They don't have a bigger helmet?
His eyebrows. Yeah, is his mouth always that wide open? The answer is yes and no to all of the above questions.
Yeah.
So you got game day live at Oilers Nation at the Greta. That's back again, eh?
We did that last night, so we tried to do a little streak party, and then we got another one coming up on the 24th. That's the next one. So we're going to raise a little bit of money for charity on that one. We're going to be launching ticket details for that one very, very soon at nationgear.ca. And then we're going to do another one on March 2nd as well. That one will be the Brunch for Ben. Brunch for Ben Stelter. That's the afternoon game against the Kraken. So we've got a couple of watch parties coming up at Greta in the next handful of weeks. So the 24th is the next one, and then we got March 2nd coming up right after that. But stay tuned for some of the ticket details.
I love those watch parties you guys do. Sometimes it's better than even being at the game because you just get a bar full of fans, good drink deals, and you're supporting charity when you're doing it. So yeah, definitely look into that. It's February 24th, the next one there, Greta.
So where do people, keep an eye on for the details?
So all of it, the easiest way is just follow us on social, depending on whatever platform you're in. We'll always have the details up there. And I'm just looking while I'm talking to you guys to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Oh, you know what? Tickets for the 24th are now launched. So nationgear.ca, if you want to go to the events tab on nationgear.ca, everything for the 24th watch party is there. We're going to raise some money, as we always do. And then we're going to celebrate, hopefully, another win. And just more importantly, like Grant said, we're going to pack a bar with fans and we're just going to hang out and spend an evening together. They're always a blast. So nationgear.ca, we got tickets up now. They're available, but they will sell out. We always do. So if you want to come, make sure to grab those early.
Get on it. All right, that's it for us. I think we tried to start another streak on Friday. I say we because we're all a part of it. We're all in it together.
Yeah.
Right. So thanks, Bagged Milk from OilersNation.
Thanks, boys.
The Locker Room for Arden Roof Systems. Weekday mornings on 95.7 Cruise FM.